Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day's going wonderful. I'm so glad you're joining me. Today we are going to create with the Altenew Craft a flower. Craft a Flower is a set that comes out every month. Every month is a different die set where you can create a flower using dies. I was super excited about this because I've never tried the Altenew that when they started coming out with the key points. The key points means basically that you just line up the key and then your layers line up beautifully. Makes it really, really easy. On the reverse side of the package there is a step-by-step, but with the key you kind of really don't need it. But it is helpful. We're going to make a rhododendron today. My card today is actually for a blog hop celebrating the October Marvelous Monthly release. If you want to head on over, there's a giveaway to go with it. Details for that are down below in the description area. Just click on the blog link and it'll take you to my blog. And if you want to start at the beginning over at Altenew, I'll leave Altenew's blog down below too. So let's jump in and get started. I'm super excited to share with you the key part. You're probably thinking, what does she mean, the key? Well, let me show you. There's also numbers on here, which makes it really easy. Okay, this die here looks kind of awkward, and you kind of don't know where it goes as far as layering, unless you look on the back, of course. Okay, but you see this little key element here? When you die cut that out, that die cuts out too. And then your next one, this is layer 1, and it has a 1 on here too. So I'm going to look for key 2 for my next layer. So my next layer will be key 2. That would be this one. And I have the key 2. Actually, that's, yeah, 2. Okay, so we're going to actually go in order that we're going to die cut. So we have key 1, key 2. We're going to need key 3, which is this one. And then you have the same one that has detail. That has 4 on there. And then you have the flower centers, which are the stamen, and that's flower 1. Now for our next flower, to separate it, this one doesn't have a key, but it has an arrow. So it has an arrow 1. Arrow 1. We have arrow 2. We have arrow 3. We have the detail layer, and then we have these 2 pieces, and the stamen. The stamen's layerable too. And then what we have left are leaves. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and die cut out all of my florals with white cardstock because I'm going to do ink blending on them. But for my leaves, I'm going to use green. I don't think I'm going to use the larger leaf. I think I'm going to use the 2 smaller ones. Okay, and then for my stamen, I have the dark gray. I'm going to use dark gray on the stamen piece that has the balls at the very end. I want those to be dark gray. So I'll die cut both of these out with my dark gray. And then the top of those will be with like a goldy, Dijon-y color yellow. And I'll die cut that out. The rest of these I'm going to die cut out with white cardstock. So I have a bit of die cutting to do, and I will be right back. I have everything die cut out, and I went ahead and ink blended a little bit of my Altenew ink. This is Forest Glades. I just added a little bit of color on the edges of my green cardstock for a little bit of added dimension. So those are leaves. And then to create the flowers, you're going to just be shocked about how easy it is. Now before we layer, I'm going to add some color. Since we are creating rhododendrons, I am going to be using Frosty Pink ink, and I'm just going to use my finger daubers and go around the edges. And there is no I don't think there's a right or wrong way when it comes to adding ink to white cardstock, but I'm just going to go around all the edges here. Not all of them. Sometimes I like a little bit of a white area. So I have inked my flower petals. Now I'm going to go in, oops. So my petals, all my flower petals are nice and have a little bit of color to them. What I'm going to do next is take darker ink. This is Coral Berry. And I'm going to use my finger dauber here. And I'm going to add a little extra color along some of the edges. Just kind of highlighting it so it stands out. Now, while I'm adding the darker ink, the two pieces that we kept white, they're going to go behind these pieces. I'm going to add a darker color too. So we added darker. I'm going to add a little bit of green to these two. Just to give it a little bit of a variant in color. Okay. Now I'm going in with my Butternut ink. This is a golden yellow. And I'm going to add a little bit of yellow to them too. Now for the yellow, where all of my arrows and my keys are, that's where I'm going to start, and I'm going to kind of fade out with the yellow. Now's the fun part. Okay, now what we're going to do is follow along our arrows. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Okay, I'm making sure that my arrow points up, and this is number 1. And then my arrow points up, and this is number 2. Now I may add some dimension. Now I'm only adding glue to the center portion. You know, I kind of spread it out a little bit because I may want to fluff up my flower petals. Now all you do is line up this arrow here. Let me show you. You see that arrow? You line up this arrow with that arrow. Tack it down. I'm going to take this petal, add a little bit of glue behind here, and again, we're just going to line up that arrow. So easy. Isn't that just a dream? Super duper easy. Once this is adhered, we get to add a little glue around the edges here. And then I'll add my detail layer right over the top, covering up that arrow. Now we're going to take our stamen. We will add a little glue. I'll do the same thing to the smaller stamen piece. Just add a little glue, and then you can line up the yellow right over it. Okay, this one actually goes to there. Okay, and then what we're going to do is take our flower. We're going to add a little glue behind our stamen. I'm just going to put it in the center. And then we go ahead and add this. And it tells you exactly where it goes. So this is the detail layer. This is going to go right over here. And that flower is done. Isn't that gorgeous? Now we're going to work on our next flower. We have the keyhole. Now I want the same thing with the arrow. You want to make sure that your keyhole is right side up, which would be here. And this is the one. We're going to take number 2. I'm going to add a little glue behind here. Line up those keyholes. This has never been easier. I just think this is genius. I'm going to take my third, number 3, add a little glue behind here, and I will line up the keyhole. like so. This is the detail layer, so I'm going to go ahead and add this. I better add a little glue over here. Line up this keyhole. Okay. And then we have to add our stamen. So this one says to line it up along this curve here. Lovely. We're going to go ahead and add some glue. The nice thing about all the layers is it adds its own dimension. I'm going to take this piece. We're going to add this at the very bottom, covering up that keyhole. And then we have this piece. I'm going to flip it around. We're going to add some glue. And this lines up with the bottom of that end piece. And that flower's done. It looks so detailed, but it took no time at all. Isn't that gorgeous? And then we have our leaves. So pretty. Now I'm going to bring in some foam squares. So fun. Okay, so our flowers are done. I'm not going to do any more ink blending, so I'm going to put this off to the side. Now I am going to create a background. So I have some craft cardstock, and I'm also... Okay, we're going to do a few things for the base of our card. I have the Altenew Window Slats 3D embossing folder. We are going to create a textured background using this. So I'm going to use an A2 panel and run this through my die cut machine. For a home to put my flower on, I'm using the Fine Frames rectangle die from Altenew. And I'm going to cut this out. This cuts out fine framed rectangles, well, the name of the die. And I'm going to die cut this out. And with a thicker cardstock, this does stay all together, which is exactly what I want because I want to pop this up with some foam tape. You'll see what I mean in a minute. I'll die cut this out. And then for my greeting, I'm going to be using the Bold Thanks die. And I will die cut this out, and then I'll also die cut this out with white cardstock. Grab the other one. What I'm going to do is create a thin frame with this. So I'll die cut this out, both of these with white cardstock, and then I will layer it to create a thin frame. You'll see what I mean when I die cut this out. So I will run this through my die cut machine and I will be right back. My embossing and die cutting is all done. So I'm going to take my embossed panel. I'm going to add some adhesive behind here. And we're going to tack this down to an A2 size card. And then I have my fine frames. What I mean by each of these are separate, let me show you. You see how these can all separate? So you can create thin frames with it. Sometimes I like to just create a textured frame. It almost looks like it's corrugated, and to keep it together I have foam tape behind here. So we're going to go ahead and remove the release paper and add our frame right down the center of our panel. And I doubled up on the smaller ones, and I'm going to arrange these in my background. I just think that looks so pretty. I don't even think I'm going to need foam squares, maybe for the leaves. But I'm going to add some adhesive behind here. And then I'll remove the release paper off of those foam squares. And let's go ahead and layer these. I wanted some room for my greeting. Okay, so we can put this off to the side. Now I am going to go ahead and do one more thing to my rhododendrons. I'm going to use a black marker And I'm going to add some very fine dotted detail to these flowers. And then I do want to, oops. And then I do want a little bit of sparkle. So I'm going to bring in some gems. And these are kind of neutral gems. Let me grab my glue here. And I'm going to place them where I want to put them first. We're going to add a little subtle sparkle with some gems. We'll put these back. And that finishes my card today for Altenew. I hope you get to join us for the Marvelous Monthly Series blog hop. There's a giveaway I mentioned to go with the blog hop. But I thank you so much for joining me. I wish you a lovely day. Links are down below. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.